Chap tales. Don't you wanna hear some chap tales? Hello and welcome to another chap tale. Okay, so this chap tale is a little bit of a short story, but than a funny chap tale. But yes, I thought I'd tell you all about it. Anyway, right. So back in the day, like this is, I don't know, probably about 19 or something, and I was in The Voice, whatever stage it was at that time, I don't know. So we needed to record a demo, and to tell you the truth, my dad actually paid for this demo, like, which is unbelievable because my old man never used to pay for anything. You know what I mean? It was always the old girl. But I don't know, he must have been feeling flushed because he sort of, like, we was with him, me and a couple of the others or whatever, saying we need to do a demo, like, to give out to venues and to send to record companies because we're going to be the next big thing. And yeah, so basically he said to us, how much? So we contacted a studio called Bonafide Studios, which is down in the city, and basically it was going to cost £600 for 4 days or 3.5 days, something like that. So he gave me the money, and I went and paid the deposit and all that. Sweet. And it was booked. Basically, we booked 2 weekends. A Saturday, Sunday, and then the next weekend a Saturday, Sunday. So we went down to this studio on the Saturday, and at the time, who was in the band? Me, Matty Benson, I think Jamie Nicholas was in the band, Jason Logan was in the band, maybe Spuggy. Yeah, that's about it, I think. And then so we've gone down on the Saturday, like, and we've sort of, like, we in our heads we had 4 songs that we was gonna do or whatever, and basically we just tried to have it on this Saturday, like, and to tell you the truth, we pretty much didn't get not a lot done. So anyway, that Saturday night, we all went out to the Talio in Kentish Town, having a few beers. Went back to Jamie's house, had a big argument. I can't even remember what the argument was about, but it just was not good. And basically, you know how it goes. I'm leaving the band. Well, go on then. Fuck off. Do you know what I mean? Well, anyway, Sunday morning came and I was like thinking, God, we're in the studio today. Like, so, and I was like, argh. So I started to phone them all. Phone Matty. Matty weren't involved in the argument. He's like, yeah, of course, I'm waiting for you to pick me up, and then we're going down the studio. I was like, oh, sweet. And then basically the other 3 just didn't want to know me. Bastards. So anyway, so me and Matty that day went down and basically told the fella, like, what had happened and that, and he was sort of like, look, I'm booked up for a month. So he goes, I can't even let you change the days, like. So I was like, all right, well, on that Sunday, we tried our hardest with me playing guitar to basically get the drums down. And we did it. We did it for 4 songs. We got drums down with my crappy guitar playing and that. And so anyway, we sort of said to the guy, all right, well, we'll see you next Saturday. Do you know what I mean? And then so I went home that night, probably cried. No, joking. There was no tears shed. There was just violence creeping into my brain. Anyway, Monday morning, I'm back at work for a company called Power Print, driving a scooter, delivering for them around the West End and that. And anyway, I was like, there's another bike driver as well, and we were sort of sitting in this area where we used to wait for this photographic stuff to get given to us to deliver. And the fella's name was Mark D, and he was a nice fella, like, but I didn't really know too much about him. But anyway, we're sitting there, like, and he could tell that I had the ump a bit, and he's like, "What's the matter with you?" And I was like, "Oh, just flipping, like I'm in a band, and basically got a studio booked. Me and the drummer have been left in the lurch." And he's like, he's like, "Really?" He's like, "Well, what do you need?" And I was like, "Well, I just need, I don't know." He goes, I said to him, "Look, I'm vocalist. I'm not good at guitar, so I need guitars recorded and bass." You know what I mean? Like, and he's like, "All right." He's like, "Are you doing anything tonight?" And I was like, "No, why?" And he's like, "Well, do you want to come around my house and just sort of try to show me what these songs are?" So I'm thinking, all right, sweet. I don't know why, but yeah. I said, all right, sweet. So went round to he lived like near Tufnell Park, and I went round his house, sat down, tried to go through these 4 songs, which were Resurrection on My Mind, Coming Down and It's Free. I actually wrote It's Free on my mind and Resurrection on my own. So the guitar playing, it should have been at a half decent standard. It weren't though. Coming Down, obviously I wrote that with Amon. So anyway, we're sitting there, went through it all for ages, and like he's got his guitar out, started playing, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're great. What's happening?" Do you know what I mean? I was like, "You are great." And then basically just went through it. He said to me, "What sort of sound you going for?" or whatever. And I was like, "Well, I love Oasis, so I suppose that sort of influence," you know what I mean? He's like, "All right, sweet." Anyway, I went round his house a couple more times that week in the evening, and then Saturday morning, I picked Matty up, even though his drums were all done, but I picked him up like, 'cause he just wanted to be there, you know what I mean? And Mark met us down there, and then basically went into the studio. Like, Mark had a great rapport, you know what I mean? Got on well with the engineer and all that, and basically, do you know what I mean? In one day, just that Saturday, yeah, he smashed it. He done the bass, rhythm, and the lead, and he was even going on about putting a bit of piano in places or whatever. We didn't actually do that in the end, but yeah. So he smashed it like it, and then went down there on the Sunday. I practically sang the songs in that morning, 1 or 2 takes each song, and then spent the rest of the day mixing it. And yeah, and I can remember that evening, on that Sunday evening, because Mark didn't even need to come back down. He just done one day, and he just done 4 songs, bass, rhythm, lead on 4 songs, smashed it, nice one, you know what I mean? Well, there's even a backing vocal that he's in, actually. It's not a vocal, it's a scream. But yeah, I can't even remember what song it's on, but there's a scream in one of the songs, and that is me and him together. But unbelievable, totally unbelievable, amazing. Yeah, so that night, me and Matty left the studio. Basically, it wasn't really mastered. He'd put like a little shifty master on it just so we could listen to it with a bit of volume or whatever. Me and Matty got in the in my motor, my little Ford KA or car, whatever you call it, and drove home, and we just had the windows down and had this EP blaring out, you know what I mean? Like, and then I also had a version of No One Knows Him that I recorded with a girl called Lauren, Talbot's dad Mick. So we added that to this EP, and we had the 5 songs. But it was nuts. Yeah, so we was just driving home, like, and it's just amazing, like, yeah, just like that. But yeah, the others thought that they'd proper mugged me off, you know what I mean? Like, just leaving me in the lurch like that, like. But I'm so happy that they didn't turn up, because if they would have turned up, you know what I mean, we would have got a little EP out of it or whatever, but it wouldn't have been as good as what I ended up with, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, thank you, Mark D, a fella that I haven't actually seen for forever, you know what I mean? Like, he just sort of came into my life for a couple of years and then done one. He actually played a gig with me as well. Like, he got up and played with us at the Dublin Castle when Josh Wilson had gone on holiday, so Mark came and filled in for him on that gig. Yeah, and it was another top gig. But but helped me write out. Yeah. I know that this ain't really a chap tale, it's like more of a chap story. But all good. And sweet. And the tracks, they're actually on an album that I released. It's a demo album called Double Double, which is available at iTunes and YouTube Music, whatever, Amazon Music, wherever you get your downloads. I think all 5 of those songs are on that album, so check it out. Yes, check it out. Double Double, a demo album by John Chapman. So love you all. Thank you for listening, and I will speak to you all very soon. Chap tales. Don't you wanna hear some chap tales?